Hi. In this video, I thought I would talk about boredom eating. It is a video I've wanted to make for quite a long time because I feel it's easier to talk about than to write about. Um, okay, boredom eating. I do this a lot, like a lot. Um, Basically, it's not that you're hungry, you're like sort of full, not really sure if you're hungry or not. You just eat because you're bored. It's like you go to the cupboard or the fridge, you take some nuts, you take some raisins, you take a fruit, take a crisp bread or whatever. Um, and then for me personally, it's that I just like boredom eat. So then it's like you end up not really eating proper meals. This can happen during weekends and things like that, or when I have long breaks from school, because it's like you don't know what else to do, so you might as well go look in the fridge, see what's there. I'm also good at just opening the fridge or the pantry, staring in, closing it, thinking, oh, should I eat, should I not eat? And then opening it again, thinking that something else will be in there, closing it, and so it continues. Um, but boredom eating, if it happens sometimes, I mean, it's not such a big deal. We all do it. We're all humans, you know. um, but when it becomes something that you end up boredom eating the whole day, all the time, and you're not really eating proper meals, then it's not so good. Um, and for me, when I'm in school and when I'm doing things, it's fine. I have no problem because then it's like you eat breakfast, then you're in classes, then you know you have this 1 hour to eat lunch, and that, and I don't feel hungry like between like when I'm in lessons and things like that. I don't feel hungry. But if I were at home, then I know that from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I would have had like breakfast, a snack, and another snack, and then lunch. But then when I'm in school, it'd be like breakfast, and then if I work out, a post workout snack, and then a lunch later on. Um, but then when I'm just like home, it's kind of eat because you're bored. Um, so what do I want to say? Basically that it happens. It happens to people, and you can break the routine. It's you have to be very conscious. You have to be aware, and you have to realize that you are bored. Um, and I feel kind of apprehensive to talk about this on my blog because when you're in recovery, you can go through extreme hunger where you do feel really hungry all the time. It's like half an hour later, you're hungry and you have to eat again, and that's okay. That's a phase, extreme hunger. And then there are some times when it's for girls, it's that time of the month and you're hungry every hour, and it doesn't matter how much you eat, you're just hungry and you want more food. Um, it can even feel that if you're someone who works out a lot, then on your rest days, you can feel that you're more hungry because that's your body wants more food. Um, uh, so yeah, extreme hunger and things like that. Those days when you just are more hungry, it's fine. It's not necessarily boredom eating. It's your body wants the food because you're hungry. Um, so then, what have I done to combat my boredom eating? That is doing more things. Like if I'm home alone during the weekends or if I have a long break, it's usually then I can do it because I feel I'm just watching series, I'm not doing anything productive. Um, but then I realised that if I go watch a film with my sister, or I sit and talk with my family, or I write, or I blog, I go for a walk with Daisy, or if I do something, not just sit and watch series, because then it's like then your mind wanders and you're not really concentrating, and your mind thinks, oh, food, that'd be kind of nice. I'll go take some. Um, but then by being social, doing other things, you realize that you actually aren't hungry. That during these like 3 hours when you're doing something, if you were home alone, you know that you would have eaten like 3 times. um, And then also drinking more water, tea, coffee is good. My favorite now is also drinking like hot chocolate. You can make it with milk or water. It's nicer with milk. I usually do 50-50 sometimes. So you can do that. Um, like in between where you kind of want something, but it's kind of boredom as well. Then it's kind of nice. Drink some coffee or cafe latte or hot chocolate. Um, I don't know what happened with my music. So yeah, boredom eating. It's it's a kind of tricky thing because it happens to most people, but it's not the best thing. It's good to have routines, or I mean, to eat meals, not just lots of snacking throughout the day. Um, and it's good to also try to break the routine, to be, you don't have to be super aware of everything you eat because that's not always so healthy, but being aware of not just continually snacking all the day. And this is more for if you're a healthy weight, if you're healthy, because the boredom eating can lead to binge eating if it goes too far. But of course, binge eating is a mental disorder, or it's mental, whereas boredom eating is kind of you're bored, you have nothing better to do, and eating seems like a good idea. Um, so then it's also good to be aware of your hunger signals on that. Also to make sure that you do eat enough during your meals, because then you shouldn't feel the hunger. Where if you eat 5-6 times a day, and each time you eat enough, so you don't feel the need to eat in between those 5-6 meals. Um, yeah, I think that was all I was gonna say. Um, just to say that I boredom eat. We all do it. It happens. If it happens sometimes, so what? That happens. But if it's something you do every day, all the time, then it's good to start being more aware and trying to stop it. Because I felt that personally, it didn't feel good to just order meat because it was a kind of lack of control in a way. Not that you need to control your food, but it shouldn't be completely out of control where you just keep eating without having reason to eat. Um, so yeah, I think that was all I had to say. I don't even know what I've talked about for 8 minutes now. I've just repeated the same thing all the time. But I hope this helps you, and I will definitely write a post about it if that is what you want. But hopefully now, if you are going through a boredom meeting, then maybe you can try doing more things, writing, drawing, socializing with people, going out in the evenings, not just spending whole days or weeks at home on your own, because that won't make you feel good mentally either. Um, so yeah, that was all for today. Bye.